As we bring you an Eastern Conference contest, 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. In fourth place in the East, this is a confident team. They're not backing down from anybody.
And I think for Boston, it looks at this point like they will not enjoy home court advantage in the postseason. That was a spot that a lot of people had them penciled into at one point.
Well, regardless of whatever spot they have, I look for them to be as dangerous as ever in the postseason.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for the Celtics. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Irving is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Tatum in at the three. Bogdanovich finds Collison. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Pacers.
And, you know, Thaddeus Young, the veteran forward out of Georgia Tech, over a decade of service in the NBA, and he's still one of the more dependable scorers you'll find in terms of over the course of a season.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Here's the teardrop. And no problem from Collison as he finishes at the rim. Collison's got his first 2 points of the night. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Boston. Their last encounter was in Boston.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 17 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Smart on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Collison, the pass to Young. Back to Collison. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And that one, good.
Tell you what, a player of his size needs that shot, the floater. It's invaluable for a guy like Collison.
Outside Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And Matthews kicks to Collison. Takes a shot at the elbow. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Gotta like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots, yes, that's good.
Here's Irving, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Matthews finds Young. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Myles Turner. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's around 14 points per game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Basket counts.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Move shots.
The first free throw is good. We know about the rookie wall. But, Clark, for some, things really don't click until later in the season.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. And, again, a lot of factors go into that. How much are you playing? What kind of work are you doing? What's your role on the team? What's your opportunity within your team? All of those things can impact how you fare during the course of the season. And sometimes it's a matter of matchups for individual players, but all part of the fabric of the unpredictable nature of being a pro player.
Now here's Irving. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul. Tatum kicks to Smart.
Love to see Turner getting after it on defense, just throwing himself at the shooter and making him think twice about the release.
Outside Collison. Pass to Young. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, Morris with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Man, what a finisher is Tatum. Jason Tatum going high to hammer it down.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Over Tatum. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 6 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Irving with the ball for Boston. They get a hand on it. Young with the steal. Collison against Irving. Outside Collison. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Young passes to Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Count that one. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Turner. Lays it up off the glass. Turner's got his first 2 points.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Tipped away. Tatum on the wing. Over Bogdanovich. Tatum's shot is off. The Pacers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Matthews with it. Out guarded by Smart. And it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Irving kicks to Tatum. 14 feet away. That shot off the mark. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Tatum against Bogdanovich. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. Evans, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And Young kicks to Evans. Five on the clock. Sinks the 15-footer. And the Pacers lead by 4. The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Irving's got 8.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Indiana making some changes. Sabonis comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Rozier, he's checked in for the Celtics. Irving against Joseph. The pass to Sabonis. Back to Joseph. On the wing, Evans. And it's off from three-point range. Boston trailing. Knocked away. Sabonis with the steal. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Shoots over Brown. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And, you know, Bogdanovich is just such a deadly shooter from there. The defense has to do a better job against him in that situation.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Passes it to Evans. There's the triple. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Brown. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
Joseph looking over the floor. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Joseph. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Turner kicks to Bogdanovich. Offline with his 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
They get the rebound. Hayward outside. Rozier against Bogdanovich. Horford's shot is good. Horford's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Joseph finds Bogdanovich. That's tipped. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Hayward? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Mark, if you need to win a Game 7, And you can't have KD or LeBron, but you can have any other one player in the league. Who would you pick?
Wow, if you can't have either one of those guys.
How you like that question?
There's a great list. Harden, Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard when healthy. And I think you'd have to throw Russell Westbrook in there, too, for a one-game situation where he could just go with the band that he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing a championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown.
Now here's Evans. Here's Bogdanovich. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
Here's Baines. He had 10 points in the win against the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Rozier. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection, that was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Evans. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Nate McMillan. He said one of the challenges they face in this matchup is the shot blockers. He said we've got to use pump fakes and get their guys up in the air. Anything that helps us convert close-in looks, or at the very least, get to the line. Kevin?
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
For sure. I mean, they have to be ready to adapt. The only way to break down this defense is to show them a lot of different looks.
And here is Turner after Gordon Hayward hitting the three. Three-pointer. And Evans the basket on the assist by Turner. Evans has got it all tied up now for the Pacers. Rozier against Evans. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. The Pacers in 5th.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
That's good from Rozier. The Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. So he gets them both. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. And Joseph kicks to Evans. Over Brown. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Pacers trail by 5. Feeds it to Evans. Pass to Turner, and Turner throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Here's Hayward. That's tipped. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Boston on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and, I just believed in it.
Yep, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
And you know what, Greg? It looks like they have an advantage there. I mean, I liked how they've made an effort, really a concentrated effort, to hit that glass.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Rozier and Brown in the backcourt.
One shot.
Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Hayward, and it's Tice in at the 4 slot. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the 4-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
And Brown drops them both. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 2. Bogdanovich against Hayward. Bogdanovich passes to Joseph. He kicks to Evans. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the line. The rebound by the Celtics. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Free throw good from Hayward. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Now Hayward, following the three-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. Hayward kicks to Brown. Matthews against Hayward, and there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Pacers making a switch here. Collison's out there. Then for the Celtics, Jason Tatum. He's checked in for Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Here's Tice. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Aaron Baines. Now here's Tatum. He had 16 points in the win against Miami. They get a hand on it. Indiana moving it around. Outside Matthews. On the pass to Sabonis. It's tipped. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Tice passes to Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Detroit Pistons. Tipped away. Stolen by Smart. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Here's Rozier. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Kicks it to Morris. Smart on the wing. Covered by Evans. And here's Morris for 3. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 7. Collison finds Matthews. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Wes Matthews, that veteran wing from Marquette, has always been a strong 3-and-D player since coming into the league back in '09. Year in and year out, it is a great source of long-range shooting.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And with Matthews, his consistency from outside over his career, Greg, is remarkable.
You know, some guys have good years and then down years, but Matthews just seems to always be on. I mean, you can write him in for about 150 or more threes every season. To have his kind of shooting percentages on his volume for a career is really rare in the NBA.
Guys, Wesley Matthews is a pure shooter, a long-range bomber who also plays lockdown defense on the perimeter. That's a heck of a combination.
Now here's Irving. He's got 8, and the basket is good. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Matthews against Tatum. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That'll be his second foul of the game. Sabonis kicks to Young. Tatum against Matthews.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
Irving passes to Tatum. Here's Tice. Smart finds Morris. Just 5 on the clock. He gives them a double-digit lead. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Timeout called the Pacers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Marcus Smart. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's around 10 points per game, just over 2 steals and 4 assists. And you look at his gaudy steal numbers defensively, he makes his presence felt on every possession.
And you know what I like about it, Greg, is he gets great position, then uses those quick, strong mitts of his to rip the ball out of there.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Passes to Evans. Back to Young. Indiana moving the ball around. Evans outside. Just 4 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Irving. 9th in assists, 13th in steals, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Offensive rebound. Tice kicks to Smart. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Boston now. They're on a 17-3 run right now. Pass to Irving. Got a piece of it. Irving against Collison. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Thaddeus Young.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
Now, here is Irving. 13 points in the game. Pass to Smart. In the corner. Tatum with it. Six to shoot.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
And he knocks down the first one. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe it. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
Great positioning on the putback. Sabonis has got 5 points so far.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Now here's Collison. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Evans feeling it out a bit. Back to Collison. The feed to Matthews. That shot off. Great D that time from Tatum. Irving for three. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Collison kicks to Young. Floats one up, and Collison gets it to go on the assist from Thaddeus Young. And that's 10 points for Darren Collison. Celtics leading by 13. Irving dishes to Horford. Now the pass to Morris. Outside Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Matthews. It's Evans on the wing. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Evans has got his third basket of the night right there.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Pass to Collison. Now here's Sabonis. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Detroit. Irving surveying the floor. He kicks to Tatum. Back to Irving. Knocked loose. From deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at Boston. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Pacers, tied right now.
And, you know, for Boston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Indiana making some changes. Myles Turner, he's checked in for Sabonis. Bogdanovich comes in for Tyreek Evans. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Morris. Gordon Hayward comes in for Tatum. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. Joseph, the kick out to Matthews. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Matthews has got 4 points in the quarter. Boston leading by 8. Irving passes to Horford. Hayward outside. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And Bogdanovich, a player who has bounced around the last few seasons.
Yeah, you know what? He's a guy that spaces the floor nicely, Kevin, and he's got a toughness to him that I think was undervalued and underappreciated across the league. He can make shots off the catch and shoot or coming off screens, and he also showed himself to be a better defender than people thought he was.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. It's a 10-point game. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Turner up top. 17 points for him last game against Detroit.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Horford against Turner. The Celtics working the ball around now. Irving can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Matthews.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Here's Baines after Wesley Matthews' score. Here's Hayward. Good defensive work there by Young. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Joseph. And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. Joseph's got his first 2 points.
Far from just a jump shooter, Joseph is not shy at getting inside and making it happen there.
Irving dishes to Brown, and there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he makes the first. Rozier, he's checked in for Irving. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Pacers trail by 7. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Tough finish from Bogdanovich. He's got a nice big frame for a wingman.
1 shot.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Indiana trailing here.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
Now here's Turner. He has 6. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Matthews. Shoots over Brown. They get it back. Young. And it's sent back by Horford. Fires for 3. He's off on that one. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 16 points and 1 assist. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
As many people predicted, Kyrie Irving taking his game to a new level. One of the league's greatest finishers at the rim, which is ironic since, for the most part, he plays below the rim. Has the pure jump shot, underrated passer, and just beats you in so many ways.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you, whatever your number is, stop shooting the 3. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell him stop shooting the 3. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Collison will bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 6. Down low, it's Young and Turner. Matthews out there with Collison. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
2 shots. Last on the first.
He's off on the first.
And while Young is serviceable at the line, not terrible, there's still a lot of room for improvement.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you. And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers, and why guys like Embiid admire his game.
Gentlemen,
Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
And the first one drops.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Now here's Collison, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Irving against Matthews. Unloads from 13. The rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Collison. 10 points for him. Back to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Outside Turner. Here's Collison. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Tatum against Turner. Basket counts. And it's a 9-point Boston lead.
And Tatum not bashful about pulling up now. He's got a nice, efficient mid-range jumper.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Matthews. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Matthews has got 8 points.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Irving finds Morris. Back to Irving. Knocks it loose in the corner. Tatum with it. And the 3 off target. Pacers trail by 7. Bogdanovich looking around. Inside. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 7. Outside Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Darren Collison.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Evans comes in for Wesley Matthews. And so Irving nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here's Sabonis. He has 5, and it's sent back by Horford.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Evans. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. Evans goes in. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Sabonis. 8th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. The first free throw is good.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreek Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. That one is no good.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
Now here's Collison. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Turner. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Tice.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Timeout called the Pacers. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And Kevin, they need this timeout. He's flat out owning them right now. Can't miss.
Irving with the steal. Here's Smart. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smart's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Celtics. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Here's Irving. 20 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Celtics.
Guys, you got to like the offensive approach here. Scoring a variety of ways, inside and out. You look at the shot chart, and a lot of things are working for them right now.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Evans kicks to Bogdanovich. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Boston making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Outside, Bogdanovich. And that time, also a missed shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other, and that's why they're up.
Shots good by Turner.
Boy, and Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And when you see Myles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick-and-pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
Joseph, he's checked in for the Pacers. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Terry Rozier comes in for Kyrie Irving. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from Hayward for 2. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Hayward's got 13. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. It's a 16-point game. Outside, Bogdanovich. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Rozier, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That one is off. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. And he sinks the second. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
Pacers have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts. Free throw good, Joseph.
Yeah, you can just see it in Corey Joseph. He loves to hoop. I mean, he's a talented offensive player who also gets after it on defense.
Rozier, the pass to Hayward. Brown kicks to Hayward. And he banks in the layup. Hayward's got 15.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
And it's Evans missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Dishes to Joseph. Evans attacking, and Evans throws it down.
And if there's a path to the hoop, you can bet Evans is going to try and find it. He stays in constant motion, looking to get to the basket and finish at the rim.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 8. Here's Rozier. Tyreke Evans comes up with the rebound. Pacers trail by 14. To the paint. Here's Turner, and Turner with the slam.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Rozier the pass to Hayward. He kicks to Tatum. Celtics passing it around, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovich. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Tatum. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Joseph. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. It's deflected. The kick out to Rozier. Tries again. He can't get that one to fall. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Bogdanovich against Tatum. Outside Turner. And here's Evans outside. A rebound by the Celtics. Rozier's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brown wide open. He fires. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 4 assists in the game. There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. Sabonis kicks to Evans. Shoots over Brown. The shot's good from Evans. Evans has got 5 points now this quarter.
And really good shot selection there. Evans looking locked in and comfortable from that range.
Rozier with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. From the line. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pacers trail by 15. He feeds it to Evans. And taken away by Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Myles Turner.
The way Brown sprints towards the rim makes the defense uncomfortable. I mean, he's really adept at drawing contact on his way to the hoop.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Indiana making some changes. Young's checked in for Sabonis, and Wesley Matthews subbed in for Bogdanovich. And a change for the Celtics. Morris is checked in. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 17. Hayward against Young. Pass to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. There's the dish to Evans. Launches it. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Joseph dishes to Evans. Back to Joseph. The tray. Morris with the rebound. Celtics leading by 19 points. Here's Brown. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 5 assists tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Evans. He's got 12. And the foul on Myles Turner. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And so it's Boston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. And it's Rozier in at the point. Horford the pass to Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Now, here's Rozier, following the shot by Evans. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Collison.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Here's Matthews. Hayward grabs the board.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Matthews with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
The Celtics making a switch here. Irving's checked in. The pass to Morris. Rozier with the ball. Over Collison, and the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got 4 this quarter.
And that's why teams work so hard to get the ball inside, to create those high percentage looks and keep the buckets flowing.
Now here's Turner. Collison kicks to Matthews. Pass to Turner. Over Horford. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, so dominant once he catches fire. Got to respect Turner's ability to score the ball in a lot of ways.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Smart's checked in for Rozier. Here's Morris. Nice ball movement by Boston. But he stays with it. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Smart against Young. It's Smart with the drive.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
Evans finds Collison. Brown against Matthews. Pass to Young. From down in the low post, it goes.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, he's not only strong as ammonia down there, he's smart as Einstein, too. Poor effort from the defense.
Horford has a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Evans against Smart. Evans passes to Turner. He dishes it to Collison. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. 13 points for Darren Collison.
DC accurate from long range when he gets a clean look. He's lights out.
Tipped away. And so the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. Now Smart kicks to Morris. Poke loose. 5 to shoot. And that's Evans penetrating. Young for 3. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Smart wide open. He fires. And just miss after miss right now. Brown against Matthews. With the floater, and it's good on the layup.
Timeout. Hey, give Matthews credit, Kevin. I mean, he has an ability to get his shot up over the defense quickly.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Wes Matthews, a player who has done a great job, Clark, of recovering from a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Kevin. That's not an easy injury to come back from. He had his injury in 2015 and has been one of the best examples of full recovery from what can be a devastating career-threatening injury. Reached out to DeMarcus Cousins when Cousins ruptured his Achilles to give him a voice of somebody who had already traveled that road.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now here's Smart. Over Evans. Money from the wing.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Pacers making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Boston leading by 16. Irving kicks to Horford. Pass to Brown. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. The Pacers pull it in. Collison with it. Outside Turner. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And on the way from Irving for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half. Collison deciding where to go with it. Matthews against Brown. Matthews into the lane. Turner finds Young. Outside Bogdanovich. Over Smart. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Irving. And Irving throws it down.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Collison kicks to Young. Here's Turner. Good work defensively by Horford.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Fade away. And it's Brown missing.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
Now here's Collison. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing, covered by Morris.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Drops in the breakaway layup. Irving's got 16 here in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Over in the corner, Turner. It's good from long range.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
Irving against Collison. Irving can't get it to go.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Here's Irving, following the score by Myles Turner. Irving drives in, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Darren Collison.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. It had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with Collison and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now here's Joseph. It's Bogdanovich on the wing, guarded by Tatum. And Bogdanovich kicks to Leaf. Back to Bogdanovich. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Morris comes in for Daniel Tice. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. And Matthews kicks to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Turner. Off target from outside.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Collison with it. Guarded now by Irving. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Irving against Collison. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Teams of the past would often pound the offensive glass, Clark. I think of the '84 Celtics, but now teams are running only one, maybe two guys to the offensive boards.
I think a big part of it is transition defense is so important that teams now don't send as many people to the offensive glass. But the flip side of that is if you get offensive rebounds, you get opportunities to score and you can thwart transition chances. So I tilt towards trying to get to the offensive glass as long as you've got a couple of guys that are really good at it.
Here's Collison. That one, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. And here is Irving. Shoots from 14. That's tipped. Pacers trail by 20. Down low. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
On the perimeter and on the inside too, Bogdanovich able to put points on the board.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points for Al Horford.
Just terrific determination. First compiling the lead and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Now here is Young. Feeds to Turner. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Man, excellent patience from Turner close to the basket there. I mean, forced the defense to get a little handsy with him in the paint.
And Myles Turner, obviously one of the strongest shot blockers, Clark, in the NBA, in large part to his length.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the timing, too, Kevin, is a big asset in blocking shots. I think he's already a strong defender, and he's only going to get better as he gets more experience and strength.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Turner. This NBA, Clark, amazing. The potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement in nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see some more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Indiana.
One shot.
And that one misses. Pacers trail by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And in the season finale between these two teams, they seal the deal, making smart adjustments along the way to finish out the year with an impressive 3-1 record against the Pacers.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Kyrie Irving.
Sheer dominance from him tonight. I mean, he could not be contained. A big reason for their success this evening.
That's good from Rozier. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Joseph. There's 57 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Brown. McDermott can't get it to go. And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Tice passes to Brown. Rozier against Joseph. 4 on the shot clock. From 20 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Outside Matthews. Dishes to Joseph. From deep three-point range, and Indiana, another 3.
Man, how about the range from Joseph there? Nice to see him confident in shooting it from that deep.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.